Hello and welcome to my kitchen. It is Wednesday and I'm back. I enjoyed a little break last week and was super glad to be back with you today. Just a little reminder, if you're sitting to watch this, grab some water. You need it. It's one of our healthy habits, so let's get rolling. Of course, I have two amazing recipes for you today, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on both of them. I have a lot of clients that get tired of chicken, so I'm going to bring you a chicken dish. I know, right? I just said you get tired of chicken. I want you to look at chicken as a way to stay lean and green, but let's trick it up. Let's do something fun and exciting, especially as we're leaning into the springtime and into summer. We're bringing back a little Caprese style food, and so I think you're gonna enjoy it. Secondly, we're gonna give you some neat options with turkey. This could also be chicken. We're gonna use ground turkey today for a ground turkey avocado burger. This is going to be a family favorite. This is something you can make for all the people in your family. Let's see, and here's my tip. Let's don't talk about it. Let's don't say, hey kids, do y'all want to try a new healthy meal tonight? No, you just make it and you just put it on their plate. And I guarantee you this one will be a keeper. So to get all of this in order, first of all, I'm Julie Brinkley, otherwise known as Motivation with Brink. I am a local health coach, and actually I say local because I'm right here in Stephenville, Texas, but I actually have clients all over the country helping them find this healthy path to get them to either goals, big goals, little goals, all the goals, okay? And part of that plan is learning as you go. Learning as you go. What does healthy look like? It does not mean, hey, what can I teach you for 2 months? What can I teach you for 3 to 6 months, depending on how much weight you need to lose, that you're going to do for that period of time, and then you're never going to do it again. Guys, that's where the diet mindset creeps in there, and we've got to get rid of it. This is about finding a healthy way to live forever. Okay? Do I need to say that again? It's a healthy way to live forever. This style of preparing yourself lean and green, understanding food, understanding how to use healthy fats differently than maybe you've ever done before is a game changer. I know this because this is how my life has been the last 5 years. So I also want to talk to you a little bit about maintenance today, but we'll get there, okay? Let's go ahead and start. One thing I have to get going is the chicken. So before we cook that chicken, for the chicken caprese, I want to show you a little bit, especially if you're a client of 5-in-1. This is a scale, and it's super important. Whenever you follow my recipes, you may notice that there's very specific weights. Today we're using 18 ounces of uncooked chicken. Okay, for 3 servings. Here's the thing. If you're cooking for your family and this gets difficult and you're having to double it, if you're not on plan, you eat the portion of chicken that you feel is right. But if you're on plan, it's very important that you understand what amount of protein you're using for yourself. And, actually I would go ahead and say it's important for your kids and the rest of your family to also get an idea, what is a healthy portion of protein, and are you getting the right amount, or maybe you're not eating enough? I know that's a really fun thing to look at. But what I've done is I have my chicken. Now I did take a minute to butterfly the really thick chicken breast because I wanted to cook quicker. Okay, you do you. Okay, if you use the thin ones, of course, you're gonna probably need more of those. But I did want to take a minute. I already kind of looked at this. This is what I would do if I was on plan and I'm cooking for my family. I have chosen these chicken breasts, and I'm gonna place it out. This one is just at the right ounces, okay? So I'm gonna earmark this one. This one's mine. This one actually goes over the ounces just a little bit. Is it gonna be okay for someone not on plan that's eating this? It'll be fine. But I wanna make sure if I'm on plan, I'm choosing the one that is the closest to that ounce of uncooked chicken breast. We're gonna go ahead and take it over here and get this rolling. Now, as always, I wanted to show you one of my favorite things is this oil, olive oil spray. One reason I love this one, it's got a really cool wide spout. It lets you get one good swipe, and the whole thing just has a light mist to keep it from sticking. I'm not too worried in that pan that it's gonna stick, but let's get that heated up and get that going. The next thing, as soon as that heats up, I'm gonna put that chicken in there, is I'm gonna switch gears to my chicken or turkey avocado burger. The reason I have to go back and forth is something really important that I'm adding is this zucchini. And as I've told you before, when we add zucchini, we definitely need to let it wick out some of the moisture first, okay? Not a long extended period of time. If you remember when I've made the chicken enchiladas with zucchini, those type of applications, you want that moisture to come out. If you've been cooking with zucchini and you're not a fan, because maybe it ends up a big puddle of watery mess in the bottom of your plate or in a casserole dish, it's probably because you haven't allowed the zucchini to kind of wick out that moisture, okay? And so in the burgers, we're gonna use, sorry, I have to look, a half a cup of the shredded zucchini. Now, I don't peel it. I want that extra fiber in there, the extra nutrients that we know come from skin of the vegetable. If that's a game changer for your kiddos and they can see it, then you can peel it, okay? But I promise you, this is gonna go straight into there and be excellent. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Again, if you are on 5-in-1 plan, measurements matter, so make sure you are weighing this out correctly. Now, I can take this and just squeeze a little bit, and you can already tell it's just loaded with moisture. We're gonna squeeze it a little bit and then just set it to the side. Actually, while I get my chicken in the dish, I'm gonna hit that with just a little bit of salt. That salt will help draw out that moisture, and I'm gonna let it sit there for just a few minutes, okay? Switching back to the chicken caprese, I'm gonna get this in the skillet. And wash up just a second. Now this one, the chicken caprese, like you would imagine, the flavors that are gonna go into that chicken caprese, tomato, basil, mozzarella, and balsamic vinegar. These things just alone are gonna be amazing. And I think you're gonna find this is a simple way to still do that grilled chicken dinner and not like have a boring plate. It's gonna be delicious and full of flavor. So let's go back to our turkey avocado burger. We're gonna add that half a cup of grated zucchini that has now had a little bit of the moisture taken out. To that, we're gonna add a pound of ground turkey. I might have said chicken. I might say chicken again. I mean turkey. You may use whichever. The reason is I've actually used it with chicken. So I think I like formed that in my head. But anyway, you wanna use a lean ground turkey or chicken. And when I say lean, you can sometimes find 99. This one's 97. Super white meat turkey. It's gonna be great. Also, if you find your family doesn't respond well to ground turkey, this is a great application. Somehow, they just can't quite figure it out. Now to this, again, we've talked about before how important it is when we are eating lean and green to make sure you are adding in flavor and seasonings. To this mixture, we're gonna add some ground mustard, paprika, chili powder, a little cumin. All of these measurements are in the recipe that Sarah will post later, and a little garlic powder this time. We're also going to get to add 1/4 cup of diced yellow onion. You guys know, and I've talked to you a little bit about it recently. If you've watched me recently, you know that we don't use a lot of cooked onion in our recipes. I should have a little contest and see who can post in the comments and tell me why we don't use yellow onion in our recipes, but I'll cut you some slack and I'll go ahead and remind you. Yellow onion cooked down to caramelize actually has a lot of sugar in it. Those onions, the reason we love the flavor in the onion is it turns to sugar when it is cooked. And so in our bodies don't know the difference from that being, you know, a half a cup of sugar or a caramelized onion. So we want to use onion, but we want to use it minimally. And in this particular recipe, that amount of onion is actually considered a condiment. We're not counting that as a vegetable, okay? That's what people get lost in, is you think, oh gosh, I'm just adding onion, it's like a vegetable. Nope, that's a condiment. That's adding some different things to that recipe. Again, these avocado burgers are 4 servings. Whew, that's gonna get smoky hot real quick, so let me see if I can get this made up quick enough. It's going to be a little bit sticky. I do recommend, I have just a mess going on here with my hands. I do actually recommend, I love to do this a little bit less and do 2 burgers per serving. I thought I could do this. Once again, love the Facebook Live, but we are not going to smoke the house up. We're going to transition this over to my cooktop. I thought I could do this for you here, but I can't. Nobody needs the smoke alarm going off on a cooking live, right? For sure. Let me just move this out of the way. Hey, it could be worse. I could melt my cutting board onto the iron skillet. I'm just saying, it's happened before. A little tip, this is sticky ground turkey. A little wet hand makes it a lot smoother. Look at that. I am not one clumpy mess. Look how nice, okay? Just a little tip, take it or leave it. Again, I would for sure, I'm not this minute because of just time and space in my little skillet, but I would definitely make these 2 little patties and make them a little smaller. I kind of like the way those look. You could also throw this on a grill pan. If you have a grill lined iron skillet, I actually have one. But again, for purposes to be quick, and it's a little smaller, so I knew I couldn't fit all these on there. It makes a great thing to grill. Or once you start grilling in the summer out on your Blackstone, put these right next to the brats. It's okay. Those people who need to come to your home to eat yummy, good, traditional food, awesome. But you will end up being that favorite person that they're so intrigued by because you provided them something, a healthy alternative. So we're setting that there. Those are going to cook up really quickly. They will even be quicker if you allow yourself a little bit thinner patty. So next step, let me get these turned over. The grilled chicken is cooking up nicely. There's absolutely no reason that you couldn't use, if you prefer a different variety of chicken, as far as like maybe even a pre-cooked, just make sure you're watching the ingredients and making sure there's no additives, there's no extra seasonings or sauces that are in that chicken if you're on plan. Again, I want to show you this because we're talking super quick. It's already got a nice brown, a little bit too brown on one side because I got my iron skillet too hot. We're going to let that continue to cook. I'm going to turn it down, turn the heat down just a little bit. And we want to get those nice, can you imagine though, with the great sear marks, those are going to be awesome. So, We're gonna put that to the side. Next up, in our turkey avocado, oh, you know what? It just comes at you. I just, gotta be real, transparent and authentic here. I totally left out the avocado. But it's a game changer. So we're still gonna use it, okay? We're gonna top it. My little running friend that's getting lunch today, I'll have to tell her, normally that avocado is inside of that burger, and today it is not. But once again, this is real eating, real cooking. Also, hashtag be nice. I'm not a professional chef nor a trained cook. So we are gonna use avocado today in that burger preferably. You would have just gotten your avocado right. Avocado. And I wanna show you something, especially if you guys are on 5-in-1 with me. Avocado is an amazing way to get healthy fat. Can we use it all the time? Depends on if you have enough room for healthy fats, depending on the protein that you're choosing. Is it unlimited? Is it table-side guacamole every time you go to the restaurant? No. There are limits to how much avocado we can have. So I want to show you something. Let me put this to the side. I want to use this little dish because I think you will be happily surprised. It says 6 ounces of avocado. We're going to put our dish on, reset our scale, and I want to show you just how much 6 ounces of avocado would be. Now the problem with this dish today, because I have an error, but I also want you to know it's real life. Am I gonna throw it out because I messed up? No. And if you're a regular cook, chances are you're gonna make a mistake now and again. I'm still gonna use this healthy fat in my diet, in my meal tonight. So I wanna show you as I scoop out 1 whole half of avocado. That is only 1.4 ounces. We get 6 ounces. I thought it was gonna probably take 3 halves, but it may take into that last one. Yep. So again, nailed it. 2 regular size avocados. Is every avocado gonna be different? Most likely. If you are on plan, I encourage you and suggest to you to make sure you are measuring, because more than likely you are not getting everything you could be getting. So 6 ounces of avocado split over those 4 burgers are going to be amazing. We're gonna let those finish up cooking. Next up, to get my chicken caprese ready, which is almost ready, we're gonna go ahead and take some fresh basil. Again, as spring is getting here, I am so excited to get my basil plant planted so it can start thriving and growing. I do recommend do not eliminate this part of this dish. It's actually not terribly expensive in the store to get the fresh basil right now. But in the summer, I do recommend you plant your own because then it's just free. And it just encourages you to cook more things with basil. We're gonna use some cherry tomatoes and some amazing mozzarella cheese to add to the protein for that chicken caprese. Again, taking our grilled chicken up a notch. Now, if you were to have an iron skillet that was big enough to do all of those chicken breasts, then you wouldn't have to make this change. But we're gonna take this chicken out of the skillet because I need it to be in an oven-safe pan. We're gonna set it to the side. You can see here I've got some little browned cooked chicken juices in there. We're gonna take it and get our balsamic vinegar. I believe it's 5 teaspoons those cherry tomatoes and our basil, and just kind of let this, I'm gonna add just a smidge, a little spray of oil. We're just gonna take this and just let it deglaze that pan just a little bit. Let me show you what that looks like. You can kind of tell when the tomatoes start to almost kind of pop. They start to kind of swell up in the heat. We're gonna let that go for just a minute or two. While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna take 4 ounces of mozzarella and place it onto these portions. Now, of course, I know that one of these in particular is exactly right. So if I'm on plan, I'm gonna make sure that this is my piece of chicken because I know it follows plan exactly. And I'm gonna add that extra cheese to those ones that are just a smidge bigger. But I think it's like 1 1/4 of these slices is what I calculated each piece should get. You could use grated, just a little bit harder to keep on the chicken. We're gonna take those roasted balsamic coated tomatoes and pour them right over the top. Ooh, such a strong balsamic glaze. Oh, it's delicious and smells so good already. Return it. Look at this, guys. Are you still dreading eating chicken at night? Guys, this is taking chicken to a whole new place. We're gonna pop this into the oven under a 400 degree. Actually, you can even probably put this on 425. And I'm gonna do that so that cheese kind of melts over the top of that chicken, gets it nice and bubbly. You could even finish off with a quick broil if you want it toasty brown on the top. Of course, I'm gonna get you a finished picture. I'll plate it up when that is finished. I would probably say 15 minutes maybe is all you need in there. And let's just look. Those need just a couple more minutes to get that turkey cooked all the way through. But I want to share with you real quick because I know I've said it. And this morning I was on a training about maintenance. Yes, getting yourself to a place of health. We oftentimes say, oh, I want to maintain and I'm in maintenance. I am guilty of saying that. I know I've said it many, many times. But today I was reminded that I am not in maintenance. I am not content to stay here. The analogy was given to me, maintenance, you think of what? I think of my car. Like you gotta have maintenance done on your car. Like your car needs to have good maintenance to stay where it is, to stay in running condition, right? Well, if I was content at 49, almost 50, to just maintain and just stay right here in health, okay, but why? We are moving, active beings. So I am super excited to transition my thought today, always working on mindset. I am not in maintenance. I am striving for optimal health. I am striving for what's the best I can do. Is today the best I can do? Absolutely not. I'm going for much greater. And you know what? We could all use a little lesson in settling for good or going for the great. I'm going for the great. Just a little reminder and a plug. Sometimes reaching harder for goals can send you to places you never dreamed. I thought I wanted a smaller jean size. I got that. But I also got a brand new life and getting to do things I never dreamed I would ever be able to do. We are, in 11 days, going to be running the streets of New York City, 13.1 miles, with some close friends. How amazing is that? Stop stopping yourself from dreaming. Dream bigger. Health can be an amazing journey. So let's finish off those turkey avocado burgers. Even though the avocado is not inside the burger like it's supposed to be. And almost burning. I will have to say, this will need a little bit more vegetable. You could throw in, I actually have some blanched green beans that I'll be throwing into that skillet when the turkey burgers come out. But for right now, a great way to serve these up is a little extra greens. Look at that. Guys, I don't know about you, but I have a thing about healthy food. Does not have to be boring. It does not have to be simple, although it can be simple and look appetizing at the same time. But this dinner, actually it's a lunch for a sweet friend, is going to be so satisfying. Keep in mind, I'm going to top it with, if it was 6 ounces, a fourth of this, which I know by calculating that by size, it's a full half of an avocado. So actually, you know what? I mean, sometimes mistakes bring us to a new place. Maybe this is actually a better way for me to serve it. Actually, I will tell you one really great thing that could come out of my mistake, always looking for the best part of it, right? Is that now I could actually freeze those turkey burgers and just add the avocado later. The avocado was my only drawback to freezing this. So, boom, you're ready. Have a great lunch. Guys, I am so glad I got to come back to you today. If you'd like to know more about a 5-in-1 amazing health plan that is so much more than just losing weight, reach out to me. I would love to help you. Seeing people take on health and be able to get to goals that they never dreamed they would is one of my favorite things to do. Find me on Facebook, Julie Brinkley, and as always, look right back on this page in the afternoon and Sarah will have the finished pictures and recipes posted for you. And until next week, be nice.